Well, here we are once again in the Lost Gardens of Ashworth Valley. It's the 4th of August 2021, just coming out of the pandemic, and I thought it's a long while since you've had a look at the garden, so we're going to have a quick look round and see what's happened in the last 2 or 3 years. Okay, we'll start at the front. So here we are. We've moved these two wooden planters to the front now because they were at the back and weren't really in full view. So we've put them as like a bit of a gateway there. We've got some tubs of flowers by the Scout office and Shipham. And then as we move along to the front of the house, quite a good show this year. Petunias, calendulas, and lovely trailing fuchsias there in the old chimney pot we found. Again, was abandoned at the back of the house, so I brought that to the front. Got some lovely clematis this year, and still loads of buds still to come out on those. And these plants here have got some night scented stocks mixed in with them, so when you come out at night it smells really lovely. The calendulas, the wisteria is starting to climb up the side there. We've been getting rid of trees and stones from the garden over the past year or so it's all now been lawned. We seeded it, but unfortunately this bit here didn't take very well, so I'm going to have to reseed that later on this year. We've tied up the wall now, got rid of all the plants that were growing on top of it and around it. I took out all the soil, what soil there was in the middle of the wall there, and put weed blankets down and replaced all the soil. So there, those rockery plants are coming on really well now. Nice view, lovely day here again today. And we've got the swing and the swimming pool. Got a hanging basket up here. Some fuchsias, doing very well. If we go round to the front of the garden, I've got some buddleia coming out, although not many butterflies so far. Some of the there's a fluff there, or some roses here. All this has been covered in weed blanket and then bark on the top, and then we've dug holes and planted through the bark, so that keeps the weeds at bay. Another buddleia there, and round this side, and that's the chestnut tree there that Max grew at when he was with the childminder, and he only had one leaf on when it arrived. Now that's coming on, and somewhere underneath there, that's where Brandy's buried. This is the hazelnut tree that Sue chainsawed this year, and that's the one we're going to do next year, and that'll open this side of the garden up. But even taking this one here has made a big difference. Obviously, we've got to put a new fence in here and tidy up over there, but it will mean we'll have better access. Once that's gone, we'll be able to bring a lot of light in, and we'll be able to get down to that part that's still got to be done. The old fort's still here, and go around here. That's where the greenhouse eventually is going to go. I keep saying this, and hopefully we should be able to get it in the next month or so. So there'll be a greenhouse in that patch there. That's my compost corner, as I call it. I do all my potting on. And this is the area that's got to be done next year. I'm still deciding what to do here. Got to build some sort of platform and some sort of building on this bit, and then a pond down at the bottom. If we go down here without breaking my neck, I'll show you our first apple on the apple tree. You see it just there, very first one. It's a Braeburn, that. And that's the orchard, as I call it. There's 5 apple trees down there, and that's what I'm doing this afternoon. I'm going to cement in those slabs that are lying on the top of the weed blanket, and then we can fill all that area with bark. Got my grapes are coming along down here, my raspberries, more fruit trees here. That's a pear, a plum, and a cherry tree. I'm afraid none of them fruited this year. There's some Brussels sprouts and broccoli there, and onions. That's a tree that was in the front garden. We moved to the back, and that's survived. Unfortunately, the gooseberries have not done very well this year. The second year we've had an infestation of what's called sawfly, like little caterpillars, and they just strip the plant of all its leaves. So I'm going to dig them up and put some new ones. Those were here when we came, so they're getting a bit old anyway. So we'll try some new ones next year. And over here, lots of tomatoes. I'm growing them in these green tub things. Peas, cucumbers. I did put some squashes here, but unfortunately the slugs have got those. I've got these slug traps down, but don't seem to have solved that problem. Lots of yellow courgettes, which are very nice. Some climbing dwarf beans. More tomatoes, they're called Tiny Tim, little tiny tomatoes. More peas in a tub. Got some more plum tomatoes here. Broad beans, they didn't do very well this year either for some reason. Lots of potatoes. We finished one box, and that box is going to be filled shortly with some new potatoes, which I'm going to grow to give us new potatoes for Christmas. And of course we've got the gazebo now as we come up the top. And plants around here, lots of spring onions here. I'm going to give some of those to Mark and Hannah and to Amy and Will. I think I've done very well on spring onions this year for some reason. Oh, our new fire pit and barbecue, which will be handy. So we're on the top, back on the top. The next project is to build an outside bar in this area in front of this part of the shed. So once I finish down at the bottom, yep, I think that's about it. A few herbs and things growing down here. Right, oh, and the rockery, you haven't seen the rockery. That was made with all the stones that were hanging around the garden from taking things down. So that's doing very well, quite a lot of rockery plants growing there now. So that completes the tour of the lost gardens of Ashworth Valley for this particular recording, and I'll now hand you back to the studio and hopefully catch up with you again soon. Bye for now.